Hi, I'm Joy. You may not be aware of this, but recently Tesla opened up its supercharging network here in America to non-Tesla EVs so that they can also use the robust and mature Tesla supercharger network when those other EVs are on the road. Now hold your horses, because not all superchargers right now are open up to those non-Tesla EVs. They have selected several locations, both in New York and also in Bay Area here in California, and introduced something called the Magic Dock for non-Tesla EVs that have the CCS charging head to be able to use through the Tesla app that we Tesla owners use and go charge at those particular locations. My good friend Tesla Raj made a video demonstrating how a Rivian was able to charge at one of these Magic Dock Tesla supercharging location, and I am linking his video here that you can go take a look. When Tesla announced that they were opening up their supercharging network to non-Tesla EVs, and they started testing it out actually, or I shouldn't say test it out, they started this initiative in Europe probably almost 2 years now, allowing non-Tesla EVs with the CCS head to be able to charge at the CCS Tesla superchargers. Initially, when I heard that Tesla was doing this in Europe, and then eventually they have plans to open up all supercharging networks to all EVs, I was resistant to it. And personally and frankly, I did not like that idea. It kind of irked me a little bit, because I do live in an urban area where most of the Tesla owners or EV owners, we live in multi-family dwelling units like apartments and condominiums. And I live in a condominium where I cannot install a home charger due to the infrastructure. So people like me, urban dwellers, we do have to rely on the Tesla supercharging network to charge up our car. Maybe for me, it's around once a week. And some of the local superchargers here, especially the oldest one. So there is a supercharger near me. Initially, when I bought my Tesla that I would go charge at, that one has been around since I think 2015. That V2 supercharger has been so well known that a lot of times when I go there, at least up until 2022, there is always a queue. 80% of the time when I arrive there, there is a line. When it was at its worst in 2019 and through 2021, I would say, sometimes the wait time in the queue to wait for open charging stall could be up to half an hour. And I would have to drive for another 10 miles to the next closest supercharger, which was newly opened in 2020, to go charge there instead. So initially, like I said, I was resistant to this idea, but now they're coming out with these Magic Dock superchargers. It really got me rethink and reevaluate my position on this don't come and touch my Tesla supercharger network mentality. Is if we support Tesla and its mission, and especially the vision of Elon Musk, if you had watched or read about the Investor Day that took place on March 1st, you would understand that Elon's vision for sustainability and for sustainable energy and sustainable transportation, green transportation, is not limited to just building Tesla cars, but his vision is to have this worldwide phenomenon, I guess, or movement where everything will be sustainable. All sorts of energy that we use will be sustainable. And so if I am supporting Tesla's mission and Elon's vision, then I need to get out of my narrow mind thinking, the Tesla only brand thinking, because ultimately Elon wants to push other car companies to stop producing ICE vehicles and go full on electric. And by opening up the Tesla supercharging network, it will help to accelerate that transition. Because a lot of non-Tesla owners, they are using Electrify America, which is the equivalent of the Tesla supercharging network, but for non-Tesla vehicles. And it doesn't matter which brand, and they use the CCS adapter. And Electrify America network, from what I've been observing, has not been reliable. Let me put it that way. There have been people that I've read online or seen online, even friends that I know, that would go to Electrify America and charge at its network. First of all, the process is pretty kludgy because with the Tesla supercharging network, you have everything set up in your account on your phone and inside the Tesla app. So if you watch, again, the video that Tesla Raj did, you will see that the non-Tesla vehicle would pull up to a stall, open up the Tesla app, tell the app which stall is about to charge at, and then the app, the supercharger would know that this is a non-Tesla charger, and they will automatically just release the CCS adapter and then plug in, charges, and then it will bill to your credit card that's associated with the Tesla account in the app and be done. But if you go up to like Electrify America and even, just a really popular charge point, level 2 charging, you still do need to sort of take out your phone, do like RFID type of thing, scan a card, scan a code in order for this to start. And I believe at Electrify America stations, you would like swipe your credit card, just kind of like when you go to the traditional gas pump. Again, really kludgy, and it's not seamless. And a lot of times the chargers just don't work. And so if you have a charging network that is not reliable and it is not user-friendly, then that would be a roadblock for people wanting to switch to an EV if they're not choosing Tesla. So I am thankful now that Elon and Tesla, they are doing this. They are opening up the Tesla supercharger and building new ones that other EVs can now charge at to further help the electrification of, at least here in the United States, from ICE vehicles to zero emission vehicles. And I still do have a little bit of resistance, but I have to keep reminding myself, and I'm being very honest here because, again, I just don't like to wait in the queue. But the good news is Tesla is continuing to expand its supercharging network. So the really popular one that I just mentioned before that I started using back in 2018 when I first got my Model 3, I rarely go to that station now because within another 2 miles radius of where I am, they open up 2 more V3 supercharging stations. So now I just go to those. And I rarely have to wait. There's one that I often visit. The longest wait was like less than 5 minutes. So it just goes to show you that owning an EV now is definitely not an issue. And with Tesla opening up its supercharging network to non-Tesla EVs, it will also help Tesla to accelerate building more and more and more superchargers, so that this is going to make Tesla supercharging network even more robust. So on the surface, some of us may think that, ooh, why are they doing this, right? But then if we dig deeper and think a little bit deeper, then this is actually to the benefit of Tesla, so that they can expand on their energy business, supercharging being one of them. And then hopefully when people are driving another EV and they go up to Tesla supercharger and they realize just how seamless and user-friendly charging at a Tesla supercharger is compared to non-Tesla charging network, then hopefully they'll be more inclined to say, hey, I want to buy a Tesla after I'm done with this one. So that is my hope, and this is my confession of how my perspective has changed on this topic. Thank you so very much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one, and God bless you.